Adjustment. Are you ready? Let's go. What? All right. So let's do this. Who do we interview now? Hey, let's start off with this guy. Here, can we interview you? Can we interview you?
Get that?
Yeah, we got it. We got it. Look, we're getting it now. You want to?
Now, think about it.
Yeah.
If you rob a bank
Yes.
in this country,
Yes.
you go to jail.
Yes.
But if you rob America, you get a bonus on Wall Street. And that's not right. We need regulation back on Wall Street. We need the Consumer Protection Agency appointed. Obama has appointed it. We need the Senate and the Congress to allow that appointment to go forward so that the laws that are that they want to implement can happen. Right now, the Senate and the Congress are blocking that because they want to water down that new law that was passed in the first 2 years of the Obama administration. Next, we need to get the lobbyists out of Washington, all of them, not just oil, not just banks. All lobbyists shouldn't be there. Once we get the money out of Washington, then our constituents can represent the people and not big oil, not big banks.
Okay, I have a couple of questions.
Sure.
It's regarding to the occupation of the park.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what's your name?
David.
David. I'm Anthony. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Anthony.
All right. Well, first, tell me about why Occupy Wall Street. Why?
Well, the reason that I'm here, I can't speak for everybody else. The reason that I'm here is because I feel that people have gotten away on Wall Street with a crime. They took people's money. They did loans. They sold them as derivatives. They had people bet on them up and down. Morgan Stanley got a AAA rating. They told everybody, wow, this is a great thing to invest in. At the same time, they knew that they weren't worth anything because if you buy a house and you only put 2% down and the house starts to lose value, then the house isn't worth paper. Because if you had $100 and I owed you $95 for it, would you give it to me? No.
Well, I have a couple of questions. I'm kind of short on time. What about the winter with you guys staying in the park? How are you dealing with that?
What I would say is this. There's going to be an American spring. There are going to be people that stay here in the freezing cold. And when it gets to springtime and all of a sudden we have the conventions all over this country, you're going to see a mass. I think you're going to see masses come out in support of these people that started something. I just came in from Los Angeles. There is tents all around in downtown Los Angeles. They're doing the same thing.
What about how Bloomberg is treating you guys towards?
I don't really concern myself with Bloomberg or politicians. I want the laws to change. The laws first. If you had regulation on Wall Street, then they would be accountable because they would be breaking the law. What happened during the Bush administration and even before is they watered down the laws so that these people could do what they wanted. They also made banks and investment banks the same. And once you do that and instead of you I'm a bank, I make money off your mortgage, I'm making money off of selling your mortgage and then them putting them into a bundle and selling them out as a commodity in a bond and then gambling on them whether they're going to go up and down. All of a sudden, it's not about the house mortgage. It's about selling that bundle of mortgages and putting it out there for people to invest in when it's not worth anything because the bubble broke and the houses went down and they go, where's my money? And that's why we had to bail them out because they're too big to fail. We need to break these banks up. All those banks, Citicorp, Citibank, they bought JP Chase. Well, they bought WAMU. Even when all this went down, they're buying all the banks.
All right,
pretty soon there's just 5.
I have one more last question because I have to head on out.
I'm getting excited.
All right, how do you feel about the public? How's the public treating you, and the police?
See, for me, the police have been fine to me. Everybody's going to have a different thing, and you have to remember there are going to be people out here who are maybe a little younger, a little older. They might have an attitude, they may not. Each person is going to be differently treated by the police. I look at them as if they don't bother me, I don't bother them. We're out here to make a point, not about the police. We're making a point. We're here for them. They're the working class of America. The soldiers, the police, the nurses, the people that have regular jobs, the middle class. That's what this is about. We are getting screwed. Screwed.
I completely agree with you.
And what we need to do is hold the people accountable that have taken the middle class way. A corporation takes a company. They send the jobs overseas. Okay, they send them overseas so that they can make more money on their stock, and then they only pay a capital gains of 15%. Now imagine if those jobs stayed here, all those people worked here, they got their paycheck, which we would tax, this government would tax, they go out and they spend it. They can buy, the family of 4, how many, they buy what, 10 pairs of shoes. If somebody who's making money on Wall Street and makes a ton of money, they only have 2 feet. They can only buy 2 shoes, plus they're only paying 15% capital gains, where you, when you get your paycheck, they're taking 35% out. And what they did by doing that, the corporations sent the jobs overseas, so those jobs aren't here anymore.
All right, David, I'm going to cut this short. It was nice meeting you.
It wasn't short. You gave me a whole lot of time, brother.
David from Los Angeles.
Okay. Peace. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Peace, brothers. Okay, one more thing before you go. Think about this. When you rob a bank,